Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions for Double Game Week 22. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment how are you currently getting on in Game Week 21, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, before we get into the knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 22, I'm just going to go over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 21. It's another red arrow. I think it's my 9th or 10th in a row now. I feel like I'm starting every single video off with that, but that's just the way it is. We're down to 120k at the moment, but I do still have 2 players left in Mitrovic and Kane. So I really need something from Mitrovic more than anyone, because Kane is quite highly owned, but Mitrovic is only like 30%. So if Mitrovic scores or, you know, gets a brace, then we're looking good. But he's definitely he's not really rewarded me in previous weeks. So hopefully he can do something this week to save my game week. But yeah, I've also got Kane as well. But yeah, I'm currently on 69 points, which I didn't think was too bad. But either way, it's still another red arrow. But the 2.8 mil game week rank started off really well with Kepa getting me a 9 pointer. I was like, oh my god, this game week's actually going to go well. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. Trippier got 8 points, another 3 bonus, even though he got the yellow card. It's just the amount of crosses that he gets to put in. When he's got options like Dan Burn and stuff in the box that are just massive, like he's always going to connect with someone. I think like 75% of his crosses like reach a Newcastle player, so that's why his bonus just shoots up. Cancelo didn't play, who's obviously going to sub in for Shaw, or sub out for Shaw, who also got 0 points, so it didn't really matter. And then White also got 0 points as well. So both my Arsenal and Man United defenders both conceded 2, obviously, and then also both picked up a yellow card. I mean, Ben White went off on the 40... Well, he went off at half-time, actually, so that didn't really matter. But either way, yeah, big 3-0s in the defense this week. Great stuff. Rashford scoring that really good goal, 7 points there. De Bruyne getting 6 points as well. Really close to getting a bonus point and really close to getting another assist as well. That Mahrez goal was literally like a big toe offside, and it would have been a De Bruyne assist, and he would have got bonus, and it would have really helped me out. But of course, it's not how it goes. And then Almiron getting 3 points as well. I'm getting rid of Almiron now. He's just, I don't know what's happened, but he's just not getting as advanced as he was. His shots just aren't, he's just not getting any shots or anything like that. It's just not really a great player to own, in my personal opinion. Potentially blanking in Game Week 25 as well, so I'm not really got any reason to keep him. And then Martinelli is another player that I definitely want to get rid of as well. His numbers have definitely dropped off. He actually was subbed off for Trossard as well, so I think his minutes might be a little bit at risk. So yeah, I think I'm going to be getting rid of Martinelli this week. I really want to play my wild card this week, like so much, but I just saved the transfer last week, and I think with a -4, I'll be able to sort my team out a little bit. I think my transfers are going to be De Bruyne out, Almiron out, and Martinelli out for Bruno Fernandes, Saka, and Ødegaard. And I know that the Martinelli to Ødegaard might seem like a little bit of a just a sideways transfer, but you know, Ødegaard is just he's pretty much a 90 minutes man. Martinelli, I think his minutes are just a little bit up for a risk now. They're around the same price range, and that still means I can't get rid of Cancelo. But I think I'm just going to get rid of Cancelo next. Like I would just bench Cancelo this week anyway. They've got Spurs away, so I'm not going to be playing him anyway. So yeah, I think I'll be getting rid of Cancelo next week, and then probably bring De Bruyne back in for, I don't know, it's a bit of a situation. This is why I really want a wild card, because if I was on a wild card, I'd be getting rid of Cancelo, I'd be getting rid of De Bruyne, Almiron, Martinelli, probably Mitrovic, Patterson, and Andreas Pereira. So that's what, like 6 or 7 players I'd be getting rid of. So like thinking about it logically, it's probably a good time to play my wild card, but I did literally just save a transfer, so I'm not sure. Again, we still need to wait for like doubles to be properly confirmed. Like I know that United have technically got their double now. It's showing on the FPL app and stuff, but they haven't actually, like, it's not been confirmed yet. They need a couple of fixtures to kind of go their way or whatever in the cup for that to happen. But yeah, up top, obviously, Mitrovic and Kane still yet to play, and then Haaland captaincy. I was so close to going De Bruyne captaincy. It was actually unreal. I'm so happy I didn't, because my game week would be in the bin, more so than it already is. But yeah, I mean, I've got 2 players left, so I mean, 69 from 9 players when 2 of those were zeros isn't that bad. Like, that's basically 69 points from 7 players, which, you know, on the grand scheme of things, a lot of my players actually returned. I know that everyone obviously owned Haaland, and Almiron and Martinelli didn't, but, you know, the other big players all did. But again, everybody pretty much owns them, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Mitrovic and Kane later tonight. Fingers crossed I can get something from Mitrovic. I really need it. Otherwise, you know, it's another red arrow. I think I'll probably be on about, if they both blank tonight, I'll probably go down to like I don't know, like 112k or something, which is still another red arrow. But any returns is just going to really help me out. But either way, that's my game week 21. Let's move on to the knee-jerk reactions for double game week 22. And surprise, surprise, the top 3 are all United players. Again, I would hold off making the transfers yet because the double hasn't necessarily been confirmed yet. Yeah, it's been like confirmed in principle, but again, some of the cup games have to kind of like, there needs to be no replays for that to like go through. It shouldn't anyway, like there should be doubles and stuff, but at the same time it's still not 100% confirmed yet. But yeah, Fernandes, Shaw and Rashford. I don't even think Fernandes is blank since the restart, actually, when you look at his points. Yeah, 5, 10, 9, 6, 6. So yeah, he's actually in a bit of form at the moment as well. On penalties too. Yeah, this is a really nice double game week. Like, another reason I don't want to play my wildcard this week is because I'm going to triple captain Rashford. If this double happens, like Crystal Palace at home and Leeds at home, I'm going to triple captain Rashford. Rashford's in the form of his life. Or even Bruno Fernandes for that matter. Like, I could triple captain either of them. I think I'll go Rashford just because he looks a lot more dangerous. And I mean, they're both 90 minutes. I mean, the pens is a little bit of a in favor for Fernandes, but I don't know. Fernandes does love a yellow card, and I feel like that would be a little bit annoying if he is my triple captain, especially in that Leeds game as well. But yeah, Fernandes, Shaw, and Rashford all being the most transferred in players this week, which is quite interesting because Saka's had a price rise, even though he's like not in the top 5, so he must have been really close to having one. But yeah, 3 United players there, and then also, dude, this guy. I mean, if you brought him in this week, fair play. I think we're kind of. A lot of people are blinded by the whole kind of blank in game week 25, but you kind of forget that they've got some really nice fixtures on the lead up to that. And again, you could be getting a lot, like he got 10 points in the last game. You could get another like 5 or whatever against Bournemouth, another like 5 against Palace, another 5 against Fulham. That's not bad just to take a hit to get him out for 1 game week, or if you just wanted to bench him. But yeah, I think that's sometimes the case where, you know, you're trying to plan so far ahead that sometimes you forget what's right in front of you. And I'm definitely bad for that as well. Like, the reason I didn't bring this guy in this week was because of the blank in 25. And I feel like if I was on a wild card this week, I'd just bring him in, because then you've got 3 really nice game weeks for him, and then, you know, you just transfer him out for potentially a hit in game week 25, and then maybe just bring him back in. Like, it's just one of those things. But yeah, really good player, dude. His goal was really good as well. Really exciting player that Brighton have got on their hands then there. And then Ødegaard as well, another player that's been brought in by a lot of players. Again, just probably getting ready for the double in game week 23, Brentford and City. And then, I mean, without that City game, like, look at the sea of green fixtures that Arsenal have got. I mean, if you're not tripling up on Arsenal, you definitely need a defender. And then, I mean, there's so many attackers to choose from now. You got Martinelli, Saka, Ødegaard. Trossard could be coming into kind of the whole up front as well. I mean, it depends what the minutes are like, but yeah, Martinelli's, it's just more competition, really. And then you've got Nketiah as well, who's obviously just got a double-digit haul, and I mean, it looks like Jesus is going to be out for a little bit longer as well. And I mean, Nketiah is a really nice option. I think if I was on a wild card, I potentially could be bringing him in as well. I think at the moment it's hard to choose because Saka's on penalties. He's obviously the most expensive. Ødegaard's obviously a really good player this season. Nketiah's decent for, like, you know, if you got Mitrovic, you can easily go down to him. And again, it's just, you just want more Arsenal slots, really. And then you want the defense as well, because the defense is really good. So it is a tough decision which 3 you bring in, but it is just one of those things. Anyway, they are the most transferred in players for game week, double game week 22, should I say. I probably shouldn't say double game week 22 because it's not been confirmed yet, but I mean, as of right now, it is. So until we know otherwise, I'm gonna just call it double game week 22. Moving on to game week, well, double game week 22 most transferred out players. Cancelo, top of the list, 202,000. Yeah, I mean, this guy just fell. He's like 3rd choice, like fullback now. I mean, he's behind Rico Lewis, behind Ake. Laporte, I think, played left back yesterday. He's just fell out of favour. If you've got Cancelo, get rid of him. I want to get rid of him as well. I've just got other fires in my team that I need to put out, and I need to kind of attack these doubles and really get some points. But yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of him as soon as possible. I mean, there's no, like, if he's not going to play the Wolves game, then he's not going to play anything. Like, let's be honest, he's just fell out of favour. I don't know what's happened behind the scenes, but, you know, you got 7 mil on your bench every single week. You know, get rid of him. Bring in someone like a Brighton defender or whatever, or a Newcastle defender if you're not too scared of the blanks, and then just, like, get that extra 2 mil, 2.5 mil, you know what I mean? And then Amron, another player that's been transferred out heavily by people again. I might need to make early transfers this week, which I do not want to do when the deadline is so far away. But if I do want to bring in Bruno Fernandes, Saka, and Ødegaard this week, I've got 0.1 left in the bank. And so if Almiron has a price fall, Fernandes has a price rise, and then Ødegaard has another price rise, I won't be able to do it. So I'm literally going to be looking on the live FPL transfers like every day to see. I'm going to try and leave it as long as possible, but when they're guaranteed a price rise, I'm just going to have to do it because I won't be able to bring anyone else in. And then I'll triple captain Rashford. And again, I'll be taking a -4 hit, but my team needs so much sorting out. Is crazy. And then I'll need to take another hit the week after to get rid of Cancelo and probably bring back in De Bruyne. And that's, I think, what I'm going to be doing. But then I've still got like Patterson on the benches. This is really why I really want to play my wild card, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more like useful playing it later on. And again, I think this triple captaincy is going to be really, really beneficial with 2 home games with Rashford in form. But either way, Almiron's one of the most transferred out players. Martinelli, another player, has been transferred out by a lot of teams. Again, I think the 3 blanks in a row have really just put people off him. And I think, it potentially could be time to sell. I mean, it might be a bit of a sideways transfer if you're getting rid of him for another Arsenal player like I'm doing, but I just don't want him in my team. I feel like Arsenal's other players are much more likely to get me points, like Saka, again, on penalties as well. Ødegaard just getting returns every single game. Martinelli just isn't getting as involved. And then Salah, another player that's been transferred out by over 100,000 people. Again, potentially might be getting a double soon. And I think if you got Salah, I don't really know who you bring in for him this week. Maybe Bruno Fernandes. But if you've already got Bruno, like, you don't really need to bring in De Bruyne, who's got Spurs at home. Like, Wolves away is probably quite a nice fixture for Salah. I mean, you'd think that anyway. And then Everton at home. And again, they could potentially double as well. This is why you kind of just need to hold off on transfers. And again, I really, really want to, but I just can't because I've just not got the money. I'd have to take like a -8 in order to sort everything out properly and to get rid of Cancelo, which again, I'm not completely against, but when we're talking -8s, that's kind of where you're in the territory of, okay, I should probably just play my wild card. But again, I'll talk about all that in tomorrow's team selection video. And then Foden, who's apparently got a lack of match fitness. Yeah, I don't know if he's fell out of favour as well. I don't know what's going on with Foden this season, but really, really unfortunate to see like the downfall of, you know, his and Pep's relationship. I mean, he can't be in his good books, really. He's just getting benched all the time. Anyway, though, that is going to be everything for the Kneejerk reactions for Double Gameweek 22. Like I say, my team selection video will go up tomorrow, like my pre-team selection. Again, just talking about the transfers and stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do, though, with the 3 transfers already spoken about today. But again, other decisions may come into play, and I may have to just like keep Martinelli for another week, maybe. I'm not really too sure. We'll see what happens, because I don't necessarily need to get rid of him. But either way, that's going to be everything from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Leave a comment. How are you getting on in Game Week 21? What transfers are you thinking of making for Game Week 22? Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.